Welcome back to the channel. This is the Humble Lecter, and today we got another figure here from this Spider-Man wave, and this is Marvel's Rose, which I am actually quite intrigued by. So in today's video, what we are going to do is of course to check out the figure, go through the articulation, accessories, and of course give you my thoughts and my opinions after doing some comparisons. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright, so here I do like to start off with the packaging here. So I do like this retro card style. It's always really nice because I always tend to get two of these kind of figures if I really like it. One for display and of course one for it to show in the packaging, because I do like this plastic clamshell. I do like how it looks. And of course, we on the back here, we have the product image, some cartoon image here, and just gonna bring this a little bit closer. I'm not very familiar with Rose, and here, Richard Fisk, the son of Kingpin, becomes an adversary of both his father and Spider-Man when he returns to New York as a crime boss known as the Rose. So yes, very, very interesting because like I said, I don't really know much about him, but he looks like an interesting character. So now let's just unbox this bad boy up. Alright, so here we have the Rose figure, and I gotta say he looks pretty interesting, and surprisingly for this kind of figure it's actually quite easy to pose him around and make him stand, because normally with this kind of suit it's actually very hard to make them stand, but this one's actually quite easy, I would say. I think it's a totally new body mold or legs and the feet and all these other things, so it's actually pretty interesting. So we can see here that it is quite hard to have him to grab the Rose, which is pretty surprising. And we'll talk about the accessories here, because we have the Rose ones here, and he has that gun trigger hand. And on the other hand, very interesting here, they gave us this kind of pointing hand, which I'm not sure exactly why, because again, like I said, I'm not very familiar with him. And what else you're gonna get here is we got the two pieces of guns here, and one is the handgun with like a silencer, and this one's more like a machine gun, and they have that simple black tone to it, so really not much at all. And we also have these kind of close-fisted hands, so it's pretty surprising because I did wish that they could have given us maybe two trigger finger hands, because maybe you can hold one with the gun and another one with the Rose here, which you cannot really do it. So it's a pretty annoying thing because you can only hold one at a time, and just kind of miss the spot because his hand here is this kind of blue, which you can't really find it around. So if you want to use both with trigger hands, you gotta switch it all around, use a totally different kind of mold here, different kind of hands on around. So I just look at this figure here, it looks pretty interesting. One thing I noticed is that this figure does come with your pinless joints around, so it's coming with a new figure. I'm not sure whether Mr. Knight has this same exact body mold. So as you can see here, it's just quite easy to make him stand around, no much of a problem whatsoever, which I absolutely do appreciate. And just looking at him a little bit closely here, I do like the simple design that we have on him. You have the glasses on him painted really nice. You have some wrinkles on his forehead as well to give it a little bit more shape and design. His mask as well looks like a very nice color to it, so it does really look like a mask. You have your Rose on his chest here and on his torso as well, pretty similar I think to the Mr. Knight. You don't get to see what's inside here because it is all attached, but it's one piece, so you can kind of move it around. And his collar and everything is nicely sculpted all around. The buttons as well, the pockets, the pocket squares, all look really nice. I do like the pinless joints here. We have on him, and also going on to the legs, very clean, simple design. The boots as well, his loafers or whatever you want to call it, looks really cool. Have a nice simple design, and it's all pinless again as well. So very simple design overall, which is really cool. And we're going to go on straight to articulation. So he does use a disc joint inside, so you can tilt all the way up this much here, which is very impressive. You can go down all the way here as well. which is really nice. And in terms of the tilting, you can tilt as much as you want, rotate as much as you want, to get a bit some swivel. Going on to the hands, you get some nice T-pose over here, and you get some nice rotation all around, some amazing bicep swivel, pinless jointed elbows, which goes back this much. And you also have the hands, which this one can rotate, and also can't really do much here, but you can kind of tilt the hands up vertically instead of the normal horizontal motion. Works for the other ones as well. For the fisted hands, they go in a horizontal motion or whichever, so it's like the opposite direction. For the ab crunch, I don't expect a lot with the suit on here, so you can not really crunch forward much at all. You do have some nice swivel here at the waist, so really cool. And going on to the legs, you can kind of spread out this much. It's hindered by the coat here, and you can kick forward only this much because you'll be stretching out his coat again. You do get some nice upper thigh swivel. You get the pinless jointed knees here, which kicks back fair bit amount, so very nice. And you get excellent ankle pivot, up and down and sideways motion at all. So measuring out this figure here, it does stand in at about the 6-inch mark. And here he is next to another figure that we have reviewed so far, and that is of course the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. And do note that the size difference is a little bit different because the head on him is actually quite big compared to the Rose figure here. Alright, so here we have the Bath Kingpin figure, the Daddy Kingpin. So I do like that the suit color is pretty similar in terms of the color and design. I do not have the retro one, I'm trying to find that. But yeah, this is how it looks with both of them together. And here he is next to some other retro Spider-Man villain figures, and I do like the color on them. It does kind of strike up with all these retro figures. Alright, so that is it with the Rose figure, and for a rating, I'm just gonna give this a nice solid 6.5 out of 10 because I do like the fact that they do give you a good amount of accessories, but the hands are a little bit out of place because I did really wish I could hold a gun and hold the Rose as well. And this is a good introduction for people like me who are not very familiar to his character. He looks really nice. And one thing I like about this is that he's actually very nice to stand. So it's really nice to add into your Spider-Man villains catalog or the whole collection. So yeah, I'm going to give a nice 6.5 out of 10 for this. Of course, do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this figure. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, do click the like and smash that subscribe button down below. If you guys want to follow me on my socials, you can do so on my Instagram at the Humble Lecter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.